Well, it's been absolutely awesome coming along to Kent 2020. I've had a bit of a nose around all of the emerging businesses in Kent. It's so great to see. 3D printing, everyone is talking about 3D printing, but when you witness it, it is stunning. And I'm sure lots of people have come here today thinking, oh, actually, that would be really useful for X, Y, or Z. And I never like to pontificate about this is what you need to do within 5 or 10 years' time. But I do think there are some really interesting lessons from history, really, which is that it's very likely to be a disruptive technology outside your own industry that makes a real difference to your industry in 5 or 10 years' time. So to really catch the crest of a wave rather than playing catch-up, you've got to monitor what's happening on the horizon and make sure that you've got ways of doing that. And there are all sorts of simple ways. It doesn't have to be incredibly expensive. I'm a very big fan of social media, and it's through Twitter, following the right people. You don't have to follow people who just tell you what they're having for breakfast. There are some people, like the Huffington Post, who will put up really interesting pieces that you wouldn't otherwise read, and that's the key thing. Don't just follow people who work in your own patch, but people completely outside it, peer technology, people who are doing research into a number of different industries where they know that the technology that's coming through from those industries is going to affect many others, and they're the people you should be just paying attention to, because one day you're going to have a thought which is that's what we ought to do, and it will come through making connections that you wouldn't otherwise have made. So that's my one important message. And the other one really is around young people, because I've gone into classrooms and sometimes you see so much potential, so much talent being wasted because you can only aspire to be things that you've seen. And people's the images that young people have got of the tech industries or science and engineering is incredibly cliched, and it's not helped by parents who will say, oh, engineering's dead, or there's no future in manufacturing, and they're not giving helpful advice. They're trying to support their kids by saying, go and be a lawyer or go and be an accountant. And I'm not decrying those professions, but it's just that actually you can be both of those things and study physics and maths. So make sure that you do.